All right, let's talk about some Space Force. Okay, y'all. I actually put off watching this because, well, there's several reasons. Space Force only came about because of the Trump administration and him naming, the new branch of the military, Space Force. So you know how political things are, these days, and especially during the Trump administration. And I just saw it as, hey, this is just another dig at the president. And, last thing I want to watch. Look, y'all, I don't like extremism either way it goes. If it's, way too far right or way too far left. Why can't we just get in the middle of the road and get along? But I don't know about the total middle of the road. Maybe let's lean a little bit more to one side than other. But I thought it was just going to be, the whole thing was just going to be a dig at the Trump administration, which it had absolutely nothing to do with that. There was a change in season 2 of this, because you could tell that I believe they said something. All they said was that the administration had changed, and so they had like a couple of new faces that represented that there was an administration change. But and I never got into watching The Office, with Steve Carell. I just never gave it a chance. I'm not real big on and haven't been on dry humor, and maybe my sense of humor is changing over the years. But I do know that Steve, I guess I never really seen him in anything other than knowing that he was in Office. Steve Carell, but I have seen John Malkovich in many things, and he's always a funny actor. And I don't know who this guy is in the background here, but he was pretty comedic too. There was several good actors on here. They did a good job. It's got its serious moments. It's got some drama to it, and of course, Steve Carell plays an interesting character, a kind of klutzy guy, and but he's in charge, trying to get some things done, and there's just a lot of goofy stuff that goes on in here, and it's funny. It's an entertaining show, and I think I finally watched it maybe about a year ago, and I was disappointed that there wasn't a third season. 2 seasons of it. Hey, maybe that's all they wanted to do to start with. Who knows? But for a good laugh, I thought it was enjoyable. Like I said, there's 2 seasons of Space Force, and this young lady here, she plays his daughter, and I can't think of the gal's name that was in Friends. She played Phoebe in Friends. She plays Steve Carell's character's wife, and so they're living in one state and they move to another so he can be over the Space Force team. And if you want something funny to watch, and I assume if you liked The Office, because Steve Carell was in it, that you would like this. Maybe I should give The Office a try one day. What do you think? All right, y'all. If you want my advice on whether to watch it or not, if you want something funny to watch, give it a chance. It was actually fairly clean. Yes, there was some profanity in it, but it wasn't a terrible show as far as how clean it was. But we'll say maybe PG-13, PG, something like that. See, it's rated TV MA. All right, thanks for watching this review. Whenever I get to watching some other stuff, I'll tell you what I think of it. I may just go through some things I've watched on Netflix, some movies and stuff that I've watched recently, and just give you some advice on whether I liked it or not and what I thought. They've got an eclectic crew on here. A bunch of them are kind of clumsy, and there's some folks out to get them, other folks in the government, and So it's just kind of like, it's kind of fun. All right, y'all have a good one, and I appreciate you watching this video. I got to thinking about some other things that were in this. You know, I was saying it wasn't political. It wasn't really political, but I guess as far as anything that would go as far as like making fun of the Trump administration, it wasn't directly the president. He had like a guy that was over Space Force, kind of like a guy that they were reporting to, and you know, he always wanted something. It seemed like he was the one that wanted something really aggressive and over the top. You know, whenever they were doing something, it didn't seem like it was coming directly from the president. And they had a thing too, like they were going to change uniforms, but it was, you know, the first lady's choice that they were going to have some new uniforms that were going to be all, I don't know, weird, like something that some weird models would wear. I'm not saying models are weird, but you know, some of this crazy looking stuff that they wear on the runway sometimes whenever they have these model shows, and they'll be wearing some strange stuff like nobody in the world's going to actually wear. I don't understand why they do that. They wear some of the weirdest stuff on some of these runway shows, these, you know, fashion shows, and to me it just seems like such a waste of time. You wear something looks totally ridiculous, but so it's like they were going to change their uniforms to look like they were all frilly or something. I don't know, it was kind of strange. So to me that seemed like it was kind of a dig at her having a model background. Okay, it's the only thing I could really think of that may have been kind of like trying to make fun of whoever was in office.